Jason, I really enjoyed your speech. The great opening really caught my attention. It was very inspiring, and I think part of it was written for me, so I'm glad I got to be the evaluator. But ask about your ideas. Ask an audience about your ideas. When you got around and were asking us to think about, have you been thinking about your ideas? Yes, I was still thinking about what my ideas were. 3 minutes into your speech. That's something I think most of us as that have our own business, we work for a company, we're trying to progress. For me, it's the hardest thing when I left the company, one of my own, I don't have anyone to tell me that my ideas are good anymore. And so to pull the trigger on all those ideas all the time and not to be a coward about that is very hard. But if you're going to be successful in anything, I think you have to do that. So this was a very good speech that caught my attention. Your body language with your hands, I thought was great. You always came back to the reporter. Marion gave a speech before about body language, and I've always can't help but pay attention to people's hands now after hearing that speech. But you did a great job with your hands, and you were worried that you wander around too much, and I don't think you did that at all. You kind of stepped forward a little bit when you were talking, and then you come back. So I didn't think that was too much at all. I thought it worked well, and you were supposed to try to really minimize how much you use your notes in the speech. I think this was the least amount I've ever seen you use notes in a speech for your third one. So you went from the first speech you gave to John wadding him up and kicking him across the room. Legendary. So now, this time you came back just a few times and kind of glanced and kept going. That was perfect. You probably won't need them all going forward. I think you're really getting comfortable with giving your speeches without that as a crutch now. The beginning, body, and conclusion of your speech for this project, that's one thing you're supposed to focus on. Are you staying on the point? Do all of them support that point? I thought they definitely did. The first point, asking the question about what your ideas are, that really brought it together, and then you had some really good success stories to follow it up with. The Dr. Land story, I think that was a really way to open it with your first guy that his name's Dr. Land, but he's not really a doctor. He doesn't have a degree, but it's a respect title from his peers. So it's a very good story about perseverance of someone that was able to overcome odds. And then your next story about Mr. Kaufman, and I'm very intrigued by the 1,000,000 cups, and I may end up showing up with some time to give some of my ideas. At the end of the evaluation, on the form I fill out, I'd always ask what you liked about the speech and what could they have done better. And so it's always easy for me to do what I liked about the speech. It was very inspiring. Talk about perseverance and the message just to be bold and go for it and hold back on your ideas. It's a very good message for anyone I think that's trying to move forward and what to do. What could you have done differently? You kept asking about your ideas. You kept kind of commenting about all the ideas you have in your head. I think it really would have tied it together if you would have told us some of those and used this as your smaller group to help you prepare for 1,000,000 cups. I think that would have been a really good thing to do, and a step forward for you too, just to be brave and share a couple of those ideas. So if it was me doing the speech, I think that's what I would have added. But overall, great speech. I think it's your best one so far. Thanks.
Thank you.